Okay. I don't want to go into too much all at once, but just perspective for perspective's sake. I've been listening over the many months that I've been talking to a Filipina, I being one that would inquire about uh, if you want something better, you go to the Philippines. Well, I did that, and right from the onset of my doing so, I did get approached by a another company that was the Filipina, Christian Filipina. That's what it was, and we talked for a brief time, and they expressed to me, uh, some of the things that they had to offer, as well as the cost of it. And I just thought that it was a little much, and there was one that I went to, which was Cupid Filipina, and I did. My experience was interesting to say the least, and very quickly I got a lot of attention, even from the younger ones, which was very flattering to me, of course. Now I went that direction because I have, explored a lot of the other websites in the U.S. and even paid for some. Uh, And I found that a lot of the interest were directing my attention to other sites that were inviting me, for sexual viewing and stuff like that for, of course, another cost. So I got kind of tired of that kind of thing and responding to texts that were very shallow and there was no real conversation or FaceTime, etc. So I just got kind of bored with that and just diverted my attention to another area because my brother had some success in Europe with a young lady that came from a Christian site, and they're happily married. Um, but anyway, I went on this site, and much to my chagrin, I discovered a lot of the things that a lot of these other folks that are talking about the Philippines or even living in the Philippines and I'm sure having some success in their relationships with many types of people because they understand the culture uh, and their ways and their thinking and their position in life, which is in some ways much different than maybe those that live in other countries, and that's understandably. Um, I mean, you learn that, but in all cases, you don't. Not right away anyway. But anyway, not to make a long story short, I discovered um, that I kind of learned as I went, as it were. That there are other people talking about some of the pros and the cons of meeting other people in other cultures, and I would just want to say that would probably be the smartest way to go about it is to um, if you're going to even visit another country, that you should be have some familiarity to um, how they live, how they think, what they're looking for, and if you are looking for love in maybe all the wrong places because you don't understand the cultures or the laws, you may find out the hard way. So there's a lot of warnings and many red flags. And I hope to very shortly talk about my personal experience uh, ignoring all those things. See, I was wanting to believe what I wanted to believe, and it seems that what you would find is just innocent. I'll say this anyway shortly. Is that what you find is innocent and maybe pure in heart is not pure in mind. Maybe that they have other motives, or there's other things that would cause you to believe later, that that might be not the right person for you if you're looking for somebody that has issues with talking about who they are as a person. And I'm not uncomfortable with that myself personally. I think that you should know what you're getting. It's like a can of anything. You want to read the label. You want to know what's in it, if it's good for you, healthy, etc. And that would apply to any relationship. You want to know a woman's her mind and her heart and her spirit. And if there's a lot of skeletons in the closet, you don't want them to just come out and surprise you when you would least expect it. I think that, too, personally, I would have to say this is that, my looking towards the Philippines for a life partner, I was looking for something in a little bit more of uh, something a little purer, something that was willing to get to know the person and the whole person. I think that even from an embryo, that as we grow into adulthood and everything that we go through life, that kind of forms us and tells us who we are and what we are, and and I've really been quite disappointed that some say that they're good women and they're good-hearted and good loving people, but they have this dark side, or this saving face. And so lies, or telling half truths or untruths, or something that would be okay, you know. And that's not okay. And I think that that's why most Western men would look either towards that neck of the woods, as the saying goes, hoping for better. But if you're going to find the same thing there, but only in a different style, it's like food is food, but yet there's Asian food, there's Hispanic food, Italian food. There's many types of cuisines, and I don't care in whatever country, there's different types of everything. So just to test it out or to find out, um, unless you're going there for just gratification and using each other for those things, then I don't know if I'd be interested. But anyway, I do want to talk about my personal experience, and just pretty much it's just my overlooking the obvious, and or just my naivety to not knowing a culture, or maybe the way people think, or why they do the things they do. Um, and I understand all that, but I don't understand that it's to be an acceptable behavior, in a person. Maybe you can understand why they're the way they are, but and it's not that if you're going to have to change somebody to meld, or to blend into your way of thinking, then you're going to have some conflict, I would say, in any relationship like that. So, especially if it's an honorable thing to tell untruths to somebody that you would be as intimate as a marriage is, or a lifelong partner is. I mean, I would think that would just be totally, um, that would clinch the deal, to where you'd lose more than you'd gain. So, anyway, I'll talk to you again about all that real soon. Bye.